HowExpert! Top 10 hula hooping tips. HowExpert publishes quick how-to guides on all topics from A to Z by everyday experts. Visit HowExpert.com to learn more. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more HowExpert Top 10 videos in the future. Moving on, let's talk about the HowExpert Top 10 hula hooping tips. Number 10. Establishing your hooping environment. When you start hooping, it's super important that you have enough space to express yourself fully. You don't want to be knocking things down, so make sure there's enough open space around so no unnecessary messes are made or expensive things being broken. Aside from physical space, music is a must. After all, hooping in silence is refreshing, but having a rockin' playlist to get down to always makes it that much more enjoyable. You can just get lost in the music and essentially dance around with your hula hoop. Number 9. Find a hoop that fits you. There's a variety of different sized hoops for different leveled hoopers and different purposes. Generally, larger hoops are for beginners and on-body hooping, and smaller hoops are for those who might be more advanced and for off-body hooping. Despite the general rules, picking a hoop that feels right to you is what matters. Of course, it's a good idea to consider those general rules and don't be afraid to just pick any hoop. You never know which one might just fit right. I would also recommend having more than one hoop size to practice different techniques and to get a feel for hoops in general. Number 8. Dress for success. Now, it may seem silly that your attire can play a role when it comes to hooping, but it honestly can make or break your hooping. With that being said, it's a lot easier to hoop when there's no slippery fabric for the hoop to slip down on. Having skin-on-skin contact with the hoop will make it so you have more control over your hoop over time. As you grow and learn, it'll get easier to hoop with clothing on, but when starting, it's best to keep it to tight-fitting clothing rather than baggy. Number 7. Be prepared to get smacked in the face. There's no sugarcoating this. You'll definitely hit yourself in the face many times over on your hooping journey. It'll be painful, and you just might cry. But don't let that discourage you. You just have to shake off the pain and continue hooping. Overall, it's a good idea to try and stay wary of the hoop to avoid getting smacked, but it's inevitable. It's just plastic, so it doesn't cause much harm in the long run, but beware, you have all been warned. Number 6. Focus on the points where the hoop makes contact with your body. When hooping, you really have to hone in on where the hoop touches your body. Pinpointing the contact points will help you be more conscious of your movements. Having this awareness of your body will give you more control when hooping. Not only does it give you more control, but it also teaches you awareness of your body. It takes time, but once you figure it out, it makes hooping a whole lot easier. And with more control, you can make your routines very clean. Number 5. Practice bits at a time. When you first start hooping, you'll want to be like a ninja, like all the people you see on the internet. Despite that, there's no need to pound into learning new things hastily. Learning to hoop will definitely get frustrating because many tricks are complicated. But be patient with yourself. It takes time. There's nothing wrong with returning to it at a later time. Sometimes giving it a break and then going back to it gives you a new approach to what you were trying to accomplish. So don't be afraid to set the hoop down sometimes and pick it up randomly. Little progress adds up, and it also helps to make sure you don't get burnt out. Number 4. Watch other hoopers for new ideas. Everyone needs some guidance when it comes to starting something new, so it's not always the worst idea to look on the internet or ask a friend for help when you start hooping. Looking for others as a reference also gives you new ideas that you can incorporate into your routine when hooping. Don't get too caught up on it being exactly like the people you watch, though. Everyone has their own style when it comes to hooping, and it's important to develop your unique flow. Number 3. Practice on both sides. Often, one side of your body ends up becoming the dominant side when you do anything, but it's good to be ambidextrous when it comes to hoop tricks you learn. Being able to do the same tricks on both sides of your body opens up more windows of creativity, allowing you to spice up your routines and further work up your flow. It's almost like getting double the practice in a sense, too. It'll refine your hooping skills overall and get you that step closer to becoming a hooping pro. Number 2, experiment. Be open to trying new things. Even if it feels silly or wrong, it's always good to just try out whatever random thing comes to mind when you're hula hooping. Not thinking about your next movement and just letting your body do whatever it feels is essential to developing your unique flow with a hoop. Sometimes you figure out things you never even anticipated, and sometimes you pull off tricks that you didn't even know you could do. It's wonderful and hands down the best feeling when you get into the zone and let everything creative flow out through your movement. Number 1, have fun. Above all, it's important to let go of your pre-thought expectations. It's easy to get too caught up in the fact that you're not where you want to be, and it can be frustrating. But it's important to just have a good time with it. Don't be too critical of yourself. Let the movements flow through your body and continue to just keep trying. Look at it as a hooping journey where you're continually learning, improving, and developing your own style of flow. If you liked our video, be sure to click like and subscribe for more HowExpert Top 10 videos for all topics from A to Z in the future. Also, let us know what other topics you want us to do a HowExpert Top 10 video in the future in the comments below. Thank you. Have an amazing day and take care. HowExpert publishes quick how-to guides on all topics from A to Z by everyday experts. Visit HowExpert.com to learn more.